See ya. Well, welcome. I'm standing up. I changed everything around because of the trolls before. Welcome to the show. This is not Wake Up America. Instead, this is a special edition of Fuck It, I'm Done. This is where I talk about whatever I want. But we're going to kind of do like a Wake Up America style where we're going to talk about some of the news stories. This is going to be a very quick show. I just bought a gas lawnmower. Someone asked, are you buying an electric lawnmower or gas? What? I know you may think now that I've gone left because I don't believe that Americans have the right to kill other Americans on city streets here over politics. But no, I bought a Craftsman lawnmower, push mower too. Got to get some exercise. Got to work that cardio, right? Anyway, my name's Steve. The show's called Fuck It, I'm Done. Show is sponsored by Spartan Armor Systems. You can check them out, SpartanArmorSystems.com. Use code YEET and you get 10% off your order. Actually, 5%. But Spartan Armor, they make some really sick hats, body armor. Maybe one day, maybe tomorrow, I'll do an episode of Fucking I'm Done wearing body armor the whole time. Why not? You know, because I can't. I could do that. I'm that cool. Anyway, it's great. Oh my gosh, did Gilbert Gottfried die? Hopefully not. Anyway, I was thinking about buying, I'll be honest, I made the joke about electric mowers. I was actually thinking about getting one because I have an electric weed whacker and an electric leaf blower that are all the like Ergo, whatever. I think that's the brand of it. And they have a lawnmower that's that same style. And it didn't have really good reviews. So I decided, screw it. We're going with the old gas hog. And that's what we did. So it's in the back of my car now. So I guess Gilbert Gottfried did pass away. That sucks. All right. So let's find out what happened today. Terror or terror? Because you may be like, was today a terror attack or was it a terror attack? Mainstream media and some in our chat are adamant that what the attack in New York City this morning. So let me give some background just so everyone knows. At 8:30 this morning, there's a little short guy, 5'5", black dude, wearing an orange construction vest and a gas mask, lit off a smoke bomb or something inside a subway train near 36th Street subway station in Brooklyn, New York. Lit off this smoke bomb or gas or whatever the hell it was and opened fire. He ended up shooting 10 people, but luckily he couldn't shoot. Maybe it's because he used the gas and they couldn't see anything. But he ended up shooting 10 people. 20 other people are already being hospitalized for this gas, which leads me to think it's not a smoke bomb. Because how are you going to have like issues with, because I've been in with the smoke bombs, you're not going to have issues with like, breathing because of those, to the best of my knowledge, so I'm thinking maybe it was something else, but there's more to this story. So a lot of people are saying, well, this is an active shooter. There's no, we don't know his political ideology or religious beliefs or something, so you can't say it's terror. No, fuck that. If you walk into a place, right, and you light off something, you put a gas mask and you start shooting randomly, guess what? That's called terror. There's no other ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you are one of the few that chooses to say, Steve, it's not terror, and you're being ignorant by saying that, I would suggest that you leave because you're just a scum human being. Yeah. So that's that. There's no real updates so far. Actually, there's quite a few. Right now, authorities are searching for a U-Haul van with Arizona license plates. Good luck with that. Everyone is going to be getting calls about U-Haul vans with Arizona license plates because if you look at U-Haul vehicles, they all have Arizona license plates. Anyway, authorities are searching for a U-Haul van with Arizona license plates in connection with the shooting this morning in New York City. It's not clear whether the vehicle was rented in New York or in Arizona. The suspect in connection with the shooting in a Brooklyn subway station has not been identified, and a manhunt is still ongoing right now. According to Sebastian Reyes, a U-Haul vice president of communications, they released a statement saying law enforcement has alerted us to the search for a rental van and its possible connection to the suspect in today's incident in New York City. We are working closely with authorities to ensure they have any and all information available to meet their needs. Now, I also got an email from someone that I trust that said he has contacts within the New York Police Department, and they have quite a few videos showing this. What I'm surprised is that they haven't released any pictures saying who this guy is, which is kind of crazy. Now, there's more weird stories about this. Former New York City Police Commissioner Ray Kelly says suspect's use of smoke canister is significant, saying that the fact he used what's described as gas canisters to me is significant because they're not readily available. You're going to look and see who manufactures them, who they sell to in New York. This is a big onion you have to peel, he said. Issues such have crimes committed in New York City recently with people using smoke grenades. What? Issues such as have crimes. Oh, he's asking whether crimes have been committed with people with these smoke bombs in recent times. So that's kind of interesting. We're gonna have to wait and see. I know the authorities are doing a press update at 5 p.m. tonight. I'm not going to be able to show that, unfortunately, because I'm going to be driving back to my house. I got to get the lawnmower ready. I got to mow. I may not mow. It's fucking like 80 degrees out here right now. You know what I'm saying? I may just mow tomorrow or something. Plus, there's a city council meeting at 7 o'clock that I'm not going to go to in person. But luckily, even these little boony towns that I live in, they still do it online. And I want to sit in on these city council meetings. You know why? Because I heard a little birdie told me there may be a city council opening position next year. So I'm going to go check that out. Some of the other news today, just in case anyone's curious. Inflation is through sky high. President Biden is supposedly going to be speaking from Iowa in a few minutes. And who knows what he's going to say. I bet he's going to tout his jobs, right? Jobs numbers are good. We've added more jobs than any other president ever. Which isn't true. You know, we have 11 million jobs that are not filled right now, and the economy's so bad. You could talk about wages. Wages are up 5.9%. Well, it doesn't matter. It's not keeping up with inflation, so we're all fucked. That's essentially what that means. So I don't know how he's going to spin it with the job numbers. Is he going to be like, oh, yeah, we're doing great as a country, woo? Or is he going to be like, most likely he's not going to take any questions, and we're just going to be sitting around saying, told you so, which is what we always do. You know, the right says that to the left all the time. And hold on. Most important person in my life that doesn't watch these shows, let me know that she just bought shoes. Shoes. Hey, hon, I just bought shoes. I'm on my way home. Okay. Why? Can't you check and see if I'm live first? Anyway, she doesn't watch this shit. Yeah, that is something else that happened today. What else happened? There was another big story. I forgot what it was. Oh, yeah. Lieutenant Governor of New York City arrested. Or Lieutenant Governor of New York arrested. Charged with campaign finance, conspiracy, bribery, wire shit, like, oh man, yeah. So isn't that crazy? In less than a year, you have Andrew Cuomo, the governor of New York. He's forced to resign under sexual assault allegations that are confirmed, but whatever. And then you have the lieutenant governor, who was promoted when the lieutenant governor before became the new governor. And now he has been arrested as of this morning, right around the same time as all this was happening. So it's pretty crazy, really, in all reality, this whole country, what's going on. Now, back to the thing, because I lost train of thought when my wife texted me. There's a couple of things about this Brooklyn thing that are weird. More specifically, the fact that during this shooting this morning, there was no camera footage of the shooting because apparently the cameras inside that station were not working, which is very odd. And now the fact that they're looking for this U-Haul van, it's really weird too. It makes me think that this was super premeditated. And if it was really premeditated, you think the guy ever shot a gun before? Because really, if you're in a locked container, right? It's like shooting fish in a barrel, right? Isn't that a saying? You know, you're bound eventually to get them. Apparently, I don't understand. I know a lot of people are arguing and they believe this is a false flag for something else because they're a bunch of morons. And yeah, I'll say it. You know, if you're going out and saying this is a false flag to cover up something else, then yeah, you're a little bit out there in terms of your brain. Okay, we heard this morning because I did that's why this stream is going to be super fast, because I did a 4 or 5 hour stream this morning live covering this, and I talked about everything. I lost my temper. I'll be completely honest. If you want one of Steve's rants, yes, I called people unhinged and un-American. Yeah, because my belief is if you want to overthrow your government in the United States, you're un-American. That's it. You know, that's just how I believe. I'm sorry. You know, it's a lot of people disagree with that. They're like, we need to fight back. The only way we could fight back is with blood of the Democrats. Now, fuck that. You're a nutbag. Okay, you're a nutbag. You know, I will never advocate for that kind of violence or anything like that. Violence towards federal officers or federal officials. Do I think there's some underhanded shit going on in pretty much everything in life? Absolutely. But I'm not going to say a terrorist attack is a false flag for the war in Russia. In Ukraine, the people said that. They said it's a false flag for COVID. They said it's a false flag for Biden's gun thing yesterday. It's a false flag because Steve had indigestion this morning from his egg sandwiches. Everybody wants to just argue all the time about stupid stuff, and I just don't get it. I don't get it. What else? I just saw something. This is no false flag, nothing but a terrorist attack. Exactly. I know. Common sense kind of thinks in. A lot of people are leading to the gun conversation, and it shows because when Governor Hochul, whatever her name is, when she this morning was giving a speech, or, you know, her little speech, she was talking about conquering gun crime. She was talking about stopping mass shootings across the United States. She was talking about doing stuff, and I'm not a Democrat, nor do I really like her at all. I think she's a tyrant. But she was saying, she was spitting the truth. And what everyone's saying is, see, she's coming for our guns. She's coming for our guns. And I was like, where did you get that in this whole conversation? Where did you get that she's coming for your guns? When she said, we have to stop crime. We have to stop these mass shootings and the senseless violence on city streets. That is her saying she's coming for your guns. Doesn't make a lot of sense. But nonetheless, people are still stupid. And so they believe whatever they want to believe. If she said, everyone out there, I know you had nothing to do with this terror attack this morning, but we're coming for your guns, then I would say she said she's coming for your guns. Otherwise, I wouldn't ever say that she's coming for your guns because, well, that's just it. I want to give a big shout out to Sarah. Sarah with a $5 super chat. No, $5 Cash App with the message for, I did not buy any shoes today. I don't know. She's not my wife, but thank you for the money. And I'm sure the shoes my wife bought were quite a bit more than $5, but that's okay. She works hard for her money teaching kids. Someone said, glad I got the Twitch notice. Well, see, here's the thing. If you have the Citizen Stringer app on your phone or you watch on the web and you don't have it on your phone, go download it on the phone. And all of you guys that don't have the membership to Citizen Stringer, you don't even need a membership. We have this video is live pretty much right after I finish the show. On demand there for free. You don't need a membership or anything like that. But once you get that app on your phone, we have push notifications. So if you've had the app for a long time, what you can do is go to the store, update your app. Amazing, right? Because we had a new update. They fixed the app notification because it wasn't sending notifications. So now if you update your app, boom, you're going to get a notification every time I go live. I mean, shit. What more can we do? Anyway, the narrative flipped in one day. There must be a connection. Someone said, narrative about what? Narrative about what? False flag is something created to take attention from something else. But what? Okay, I'll go with you. So what could this have possibly taken attention away from? The fact that the lieutenant governor was arrested? No, because that was already widely reported. It was even asked during the press conference of this terrorist attack. They asked about the lieutenant governor of New York being arrested today for all the conspiracy stuff. Okay, we heard that it was a false flag attack in an effort to push the gun agenda, which wouldn't fit. I mean, like literally, if you're going to plan a false flag attack to go after white people that own guns, wouldn't you use a white crazy guy who has a legal gun and that goes out to kill a bunch of people? For one, this guy was using a small caliber weapon, so clearly he wasn't a gun shooter because you would know you're not going to use a 38 or something like that to go out and commit a mass murder. I mean, common sense would tell you that. Secondly, he didn't know how to shoot. And thirdly, he was a 5'5" black dude. Okay, so they missed every single category there to try to blame this on the right. Now they still could. They could, find something later and, just pick some random black Trump supporter and be like, oh, see, he was a Trump supporter, but it still wouldn't fit the narrative. And they're scrambling. And I believe that's why we don't have any suspect information, because damn well they know who this guy is already. The city of New York, who spends more on their counterterrorism budget than any other city in the United States. In fact, they have a budget greater than some countries on counterterrorism. You're telling me they don't know who this guy is? Absolutely. They know who he is. They know who his parents are. They're probably kicking in the doors right now saying, where's your son? Like, seriously, damn well that is true. And if you don't, well, now you do. You're welcome. Someone said, what have you missed? Not much. Just talking about the stuff from before. Case in point, he wasn't experienced, so this is planned for some reason. Someone else said, no, he's a nutbag. Do people always just look for something worse? Like, do people always just look for the negative in something, or a far out there negative, like something worse than what is currently taking place? I don't know. I think a lot of people do. And maybe it's just because we've been let down for so long. So we always expect that, okay, when something bad happens, it's going to be followed up by something even worse, because that's what happens. That's what the past 2 years have been. Remember 15 days to stop the spread, and then it turned into 2 years of fucking indentured servitude. You know what I mean? Like maybe that's what people are trying to expect and say, okay, well, this can't be as cut as dry as a straight up terrorist attack, like an idiot doing a terrorist attack. This can't be that cut and dry. No, what this has to be is something else. It has to have it has to lead to further implications. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if some on CNN or MSNBC or any of those other leftist news outlets have already tried to put this on Trump. We heard ABC News and NBC News this morning refuse to identify the suspect's race. Refuse. Yeah, suspects identified as 5'5", wearing a green shirt and carrying a backpack. He was a black male too. What? Oh, sorry. Cut to break. They refused to say it. Fox News and we're the first ones to actually say it. And the Fox News kept going on repeat with it almost ad nauseum. But then again, Fox News got some things wrong too. They were playing a video and they're like, here, you could hear the rhythmic shooting. This was planned. And it was like, pew, 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 pew. Except when you watch the video, you see the guys hitting on the window going, bah, bah, because there was a guy trying to get in to one of the trains. And at first, I watched that video and I was like, holy shit, that's a shooter right there. That's a shooter, because it looked like he had a gas mask on. But he wasn't wearing a fluorescent vest or anything. So he was probably just a victim that was there as the shooting was going on. And you couldn't see shit in that. And, that was a lot of smoke. I don't know. I've never actually seen a smoke canister thrown, but that was a lot of smoke. Maybe some of the military guys or former police that watch the show, you could tell us if that's normal. Like, to have that much smoke from one canister go off where it fills an entire subway train that dense. Yeah, I wonder why the guy couldn't, find a target, because he couldn't see shit in front of him, And how the fuck did he get away? Like, that's the thing that I can't understand either, is this guy was so dumb and so shitty at his job that, one, nobody died, which is great. I'm not shitting on the fact that nobody died. That's great. It's absolutely wonderful. Nobody died. But the thing that doesn't make sense to me is, how did he get away? This guy's clearly not a mastermind. Unless this was all planned. Maybe it is a false flag. Maybe his intention was never to kill anybody. Instead, maybe his intention is draw awareness to the fact that Asian Americans keep getting hurt and robbed on subway trains. Like, maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's because the New York City subway system is so damn violent. He wanted to bring awareness to that. So now, because Eric Adams said today, we're doubling the amount of police that we're putting in New York City. Was that it? Like, no, you don't hear conspiracies like that, false flags like that. No, you hear, nah, they're coming for guns. That's what it is. No, it's because of the ghost guns. This shooting was done with the ghost gun. So many people are just weird. It is, I'll admit, there are a couple of things that are weird. One, the fact that the guy used a small caliber weapon on this doesn't really make a lot of sense. Second thing that doesn't make a lot of sense is the fact that he got away. Third thing, the use of the smoke, really odd. Fourth thing, the fact that there are no cameras. Fifth thing, the fact that he got away. Sixth thing, the fact that he got away. Seventh thing, the fact that he got away. Eighth thing, the fact that he got away. And ninth thing, he probably didn't get away. He probably didn't. They probably already know who he is. It was probably a huge terrorism plot, and they're trying to figure out a way to spin it so it doesn't reflect that. But I don't know. Someone else said gas prices cost. I mean, everybody says all sorts of crazy shit, man. Everybody says all crazy shit. But I'm glad that we're all, coming to the understanding. And maybe it was maybe we had a bunch of leftists that were parading as, conservative Trump, not Trumpers, but patriots, like all these, like, I fucking hate that word now. It's been so abused. People calling themselves patriots. It's so abused because you're not a patriot if you storm a Capitol. You're not a patriot. And before everyone's like, oh, he's comparing January. People did storm that Capitol. We all watched it live. In fact, I broadcasted it live. I know the first punch was thrown by police, but just because someone punches you in the face doesn't give you the right to storm and rub shit on the walls of the nation's Capitol. My personal fucking humble opinion about that one. But you know, people call themselves patriots that do that. Even 2 weeks before that, we saw in Oregon where they stormed the Capitol there or tried to, and they were breaking the windows. And there was a major conflict because you had patriots on this side that are like, no, don't do it. Stop. And then you had other ones being like, no, this is our patriotic duty. We got to take back the Capitol. Fuck that. So stupid. And then you got patriots that are like, we got to kill Democrats. No, we don't. That's stupid as well. Okay? It's stupid as well. I don't even want to see Antifa dead on the streets. You know why? Because I'm a human. And they are humans. They are just a warped sack of shit human. But maybe someday, you know, if to get them off the dope and their parents cut them out of their basements and shit and actually get them to go to work, maybe they'll turn out to be halfway decent human beings. Likely they won't, but it is what it is. But I don't even hate them enough to wish, you know, to ill will or hope that people would die. I don't know why people think that it's patriotic to wish harm on somebody else or to praise the fact that this country, if we don't correct ourselves, we're leading in a very bad path. That path is not one that I want to take. The path that you think that this is going is not a path that I want to go. In fact, that's a path I will actively fight against. Because I have kids, I've got a wife, I've got people I care about that I want this country to succeed. I don't want some, 1860 shit going on again in this country. Fuck, no, I don't. I don't at all. You know, and that's my belief. And I'm always going to talk against that. I'm still a fucking Republican. I'm still a conservative, as much as it makes me want to puke to say that because of some of our current leadership. But I'm also a realistic or a rational American where, you know, before I'm a Republican, I'm an American. I care about this fucking country, and I'm not going to let anyone harm this country at all, good or bad, right or left. Fuck all of you if you think you're going to shit on my flag. And don't make no mistake, because people will wear that shirt, don't stomp on my flag or blah, 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 while they're going and shitting on America, shitting on the fundamentals that keep America or should make America great. Nah, you're not. It's not patriotic to do that. It's really not. And I hate people that are like, oh, Steve, you sound like a leftist. What fucking leftist will say that? No, it's just not patriotic to wish harm to your country. I'm sorry. I just disagree with anybody who believes it is. But that's there. Is that fucking clear? Maybe that's why I did this show as the fucking I'm done. So all the people that watched earlier would be like, oh, now it makes sense. Because now I cut loose a little bit more and I say what the fuck I want, how I want. See that fucking fly in here? That fly, I got to buy one of those salt shooter things. That would have been funny, right? Shoot it right on my forehead. Someone said, I just don't know about politicians these days. I do. They're all fucking corrupt. The only way to fix our country right now without having it take 50 years is to replace every single conservative, every Democrat, top down. That's the only way. And I'm talking to the state levels too. That's the only way we're going to fix this. And make everyone sign term limit agreements. You can't have politicians in office for 40 years. And not because they may not be acting on good intentions. Okay, that's not why. The reason why you can't have politicians in for 40 years is because I'm 37 years old. I have lived a life so far. I have kids. I've raised kids. I've worked a fucking ton of jobs. I've busted my ass. I've had the ups and downs of life, bankruptcies to fucking making lots of money. I've had all of those experiences in life. I've felt the struggles to not be able to buy formula for my kids. And I felt the struggles of being able to, the non-struggles of being able to do whatever I want. That is something that a politician who's been in office for 40 years can't. You know why? Because this was a fucking different country. We didn't have phones 40 years ago. We didn't have internet. We didn't have any of that shit. I remember I was a teen when I got my first phone. So you can't tell me that a politician who's been in office for 40 years has the same view on America that I do as someone that actually lives it and works in it and breathes it every single day. And that's why we should have term limits. It doesn't matter what side of the party you're on. It doesn't matter whether you're right or left. It doesn't. And some people have a hard time understanding that. They're like, oh, you know, and I remember I interviewed the guy that was running for governor in Don Huffines. I interviewed Don Huffines on this show. He's running for governor in Texas for the Republican nod. And I remember interviewing him, and I asked him that question right at the end. And And I said, and it wasn't a question, it was a statement. I said, how can you relate to me? Or not you specifically, but how can a career politician relate to someone that doesn't? Like, I know what it's like to walk out and get a loaf of bread. I know what it's like to have a breakdown in my tire and get and change my tires. I know what it's like to have those ups and downs of being an American and dealing with these things and like buying a fucking house and it's not your dream house because you can't afford your dream house. All these things. I understand that. Other people don't. Career politicians have no fucking clue. You know? So, I don't know. That's my thought. Somebody said, or Annie just joined in and said, have they found the guy in New York? No, they haven't. They haven't. And maybe they will, maybe they won't, but they have not yet. There's going to be a press conference at 5 o'clock that we are not going to air, but that'll be live at 5 o'clock and we'll go, and you'll be able to watch that. Someone said, William, $50. Holy hell. What, did I miss a super chat? I don't think so. That'd be sweet if I did. Miss a $50 super chat? No, I didn't see that. I didn't get a $50 super chat. I think the president should be 1 6-year term. Think about it. Spend the first year changing everything the president before them had in place, a year of doing what they said they would, a year of campaigning. Yeah. I mean, it's just weird. The Constitution, not laws, in order to restore the Constitution, bill, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Oh, the bug assault thing. Yeah. Yeah, they are like $50. And they're cool. They're like a little shotgun where you shoot salt at people. Maybe New York should go constitutional carry. It may have stopped it, or you could make the argument that constitutional carry, more people carrying firearms on that place. Granted, maybe they would know how to actually shoot, so it would have ended. But, that could have caused more damage too on a close train. I would want to carry it. Life like with a, what was it? 1999 super chat on YouTube. Thank you so much. And by the way, anyone that's watching on Citizen Stringer, if you can also send super yeets there. If you're on the web, you click on the little thing at the bottom next to the emoji symbol. It's a little $sign in a circle, and you could do it right there. And then there's no fees taken out. That's all me, homie. That's all me. And you could do that with the Pete Santilli show if you're on his live stream. If you do it logs it, so I could tell, which is pretty awesome. Someone said we have credit scores and be forced into the meta. All right, I'm not going there yet. And you may be right. I'm not even saying that you're wrong in that regard. Like this, I was talking to someone this morning or this weekend at the Trump rally before I was sick and had to leave. I was talking to him and he was talking about the meta, this metaverse and NFTs and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But I remember using the Facebook thing, Oculus, on my son when I was setting it up, and that thing was fucking creepy. And I've heard they have this way where you could do this whole show and all that shit. Holy shit, Chrissy, 1970 with a $100 super chat. That's what I'm talking about right there. See, look at that. That just paid for me doing the shows today, the whole day, everything. Because I figure it cost me about $100 a day to keep this whole fucking electricity on in this place. I just got my bill for the heat for last month, $600, and I didn't even keep the heat up high. I kept it at like, what, 68, something like that? $600 in oil. And I know what it is because there's apartments upstairs. And I bet they turn on their thermostats and they're like, haha, fucker. I guarantee. What is that? Oh, I guess that's because that.
Truth. Agree, we love you.
Thank you, Chrissy. That was a super chat. I don't know why it didn't show up on the screen, but I saw you guys heard that too, so that's cool. But yeah, thank you. Julie said that's great. You and Q, you're streaming through BCP, right? Someone said. Julie said, back to work at my regular job. Have a great day. 100% back, Steve. It was a terror attack. Fucking right. Fuck it, right. And Julie has no shame. She will, and she's not afraid. If I say something she doesn't like, she will jump all over me, okay? She'll, and then when she sees me at an event, she'll sit down with dinner and she'll be like, oh, by the way, what the fuck did you mean by it? Like, seriously. She doesn't back down. And she agrees with me. So you know damn right that this was a terrorist attack. And anybody who says that it wasn't a terrorist attack, well, you're just a horrible human being. Anyway, did Kemp sign the constitutional carry law today in Georgia? I don't know, because in all reality, we've been covering this stuff all day. And so I really have no clue. How long have I been live? 30 minutes. I think that's going to do it. I think this has been a pretty good show. I've been recording it. On the server, so I'm able on Citizen Stringer. This son of a bitch is going to repeat as pretty much right as soon as the show is done. So it's good. And yeah, I'll be live tomorrow, and I'll probably do another episode of F It, I'm Done in the afternoon. I may record an episode of F It, I'm Done, and that'll play at 9 o'clock tomorrow night. And then I'm going to, fucking creepy, dude standing right outside my window. Like no joke. I could see him. The blinds are down, so he can't. Well, maybe he could see me stand in front of a green screen, like doing this back and forth. But he's literally right there. Yeah. But he watches the show. Like one day he came out and he's like, "Hey man, so what you're saying the other day?" And I'm like, "Wait, you watched my show? That's cool. That's cool." But anyway, Julie takes up for herself, and I also agree it was a terrorist attack. Damn, Skippy. Not with people wanting to save the country and saying blah, blah, blah about the Constitution and Bill of Rights. I don't know what that means. So, are you trying to be critical? J-Dad on YouTube? Oh, fuck yeah. I know what he's doing. He's trying to get me going again. I'm already sweating. Can you guys see the sweat on my fucking head? I'm sweating in here right now, and I got the air turned on. And then J-Dad's like, "Oh, let me talk some shit. Let me see if I can get him going." Someone said, "Blow your nose, LOL." No, I'm not. I'm doing pretty good. I mean, I am tired and sweaty and shit like that, but it's been a long day and my phone's ringing. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I will see you mañana. That means tomorrow in Spanish, just in case you didn't know. I'm going to play this outro music again, and then you can all visualize me dancing, because I'll be honest, that's what I did. Where is the fucking thing? Is this it? Nope. Shit, did I delete it? No. Did I delete my fucking intro? Won't that be some shit? Is this it? Okay, that's it. So I'm going to play that one because I like it. And then you can imagine me like saying, normally what I do is I yell into the microphone, but it's off when I do it because I hear it through this. And then I'm like making new music with it. Anyway, thank you for watching. We will see you tomorrow. Fuck, my mouse disappeared. This is a problem with Macintoshes. They suck.